hello, it is me. It's... You already know. Today, I'm going to be drawing Alexander the Great. The Great. I've read a whole book about him, so I basically know everything about him. But here's my little sketch. I know, I don't draw, this is the reason why I don't draw people. But he at least looks good. His disciples, his army looks trash. I'll be real. I'll be 100% honest. I sincerely admit. Looks trash. Looks trash. But at least he looks good, right? He looks good, right? So anyway, what does skin look like? I'll make him yellow. I don't want to make him yellow. What does skin look like? Should I make him brown? He ain't brown. Wait a minute right there. I got skin looking paint right here. I got skin paint. Alright. I'll make him white. Hey, anyway, let's talk about Alexander the Great. Alexander the Great. So if you don't know, he was a man who conquered the known world of his time. So that was to India to Macedonia. From India to Macedonia, if you know what that is. Or no, it's even, I don't know how far he went west. But I know he went to India then stopped because his troops were like, Anyway, he did a big thing and he died at 32. So let me tell you how he was born. This guy was born to one guy. I forgot his father's name. This was ages ago. I just remembered about him today. And I thought, why not draw him? So, he's gonna be yellow. Nah, don't do this. He don't have to be yellow. He gotta be yellow, man. I'm sorry. I'm so conflicted. Shit. I need to be more decisive. So I'm gonna make him yellow. I'm gonna make him yellow because that's the only path I see. So anyway, he's gonna be a Simpson. So anyway, he was born in Macedonia sometime long ago, far away in a land distant away. And he had the power. His mother told him he was a Greek god. His mother was like, yeah, your father ain't your father. You are Zeus' son. And he believed he was Zeus' son. He studied under Socrates, I think. One of the philosophers. He got taught by one of the big philosophers. And he knew about philosophy. He was like, oh, yeah. A thing that differentiated him. Okay. I'm moving too far ahead. Anyway, his early days, he spent wrestling and stuff with his friend. He had one best friend. I forgot his name. Let's call him Bob the Builder. His friend was Bob the Builder. No. His friend was Morbius. His friend Morbius, no, that's not his name, but, you know, that's the guy that played him in one movie. His friend Morbius was a banging guy. They didn't smash. Nah, he wasn't about that life. Anyway, he collabed. His friend and him, they were best friends forever. Look at this. He got a spastic finger. Anyway, him and his friend, they're big time brothers. Well, he didn't have a brother, but anyway. Anyway. Him. So one day, his father had this parade, and he came through, and there was a horse which nobody wanted to buy. This horse. And guess, because nobody could tame it, everybody was spazzing out. But then Alexander saw that the horse was scared of shadow. So he turned it away from the sun and boom, he tamed an untamable horse. Right there and then his father knew, damn, this boy's smart. And something like that. Then his father died somehow. Anyway, that was ages ago. His father died. Diamond Armor, by the way. His father died and he became the ruler of Macedonia. And because he was the ruler of Macedonia, he had like fighting skills, so he was always on business. So he was the ruler of Macedonia. So he started conquering stuff. First it was Egypt. I think it was the Persians. So the thing that differentiated Alexander from the rest of the leaders, the fighters, was that the leaders, I mean, he would stand in front of all his troops and be yapping, be yelling, be scrapping. Well, not scrapping. He would lead the charge. He didn't let anybody else lead the charge. He was the one leading the charge. And that made his followers like be like, oh, respectable. So they really messed with him. They were like, yeah. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh. Anyway, he conquered many places with that mentality. He was hard with it. He was not soft like other leaders. And he conquered Egypt, Babylon. If you know about Babylon, shout out. He conquered the ancient city of Babylon. He conquered Egypt, and yeah, he did conquer Egypt. And he was living life. But one day, he was chilling and his friend was yapping. This was one of his best friends. And his friend was yapping. He was telling him, meh. He was telling him something. Now, I should probably do some research before I make this video. Should I do some research? Nah, I'm just telling you what I know. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I know. I was thinking, meh, but I already gone this far. Might as well. Anyway, his friend was yapping, and Alexander didn't like the yapping from his friend, and he was like, nah, die. He ain't like these comments. He ain't like the random comments you see on YouTube. He actually acted. So anyway, he slapped his friend around and then stabbed him or something. He stabbed him with the spear, I think. Yeah. His friend died and he started crying. He cried for like a week, I think, non-stop, which is understandable. Now, he was a killer, but he wasn't a friend killer, if you understand what I'm saying. Anyway, he killed his friend. He was very sad. He was like, meh. Obviously, it's much more dramatic in real life. It would be like, but I'm just telling you a brief summary of his life. And he just stayed in Babylon for a long time. I might be wrong about this. I might be wrong about the places and destinations. I'm just going from my memory. Anyway, then he went back to conquering. That's all he was good for. That was all he was known for. His mother told him from day one, you are like Achilles. Not Achilles. I think it was Achilles. It might have been someone else. One of the Greek gods. You're like them. And then Ares? Not Ares. Ares is the god of war. But I'm talking about somebody. Somebody come on. Oh shoot. I want to draw the sky. Yeah, then he went back to conquering. He went back to he went east. And you know what is east from Egypt? The Middle East. And guess what he found in the Middle East? Some random tribes. He found some random tribes. Did I forget to mention he was like some 10 out of 10 combat skills? He had like, his stats were maxed on combat and leadering people. He knew strategy as well. He learned that from Socrates. He learned that from his father, I think. His father died, by the way. His father's dead. He's back to the lobby. But he's chilling. He's living. His father got assassinated, I'm pretty sure. Nobody knows who was. Some people say it was his mother that assassinated his father because she wanted all the power. No one man should have all that power. Now the power. Anyway, nobody really knows. But yeah, what was I saying? He went back to his conquering ways. He was back to his natural habitat, the conquering habitat. and he went and conquered East Asia. Not the Asian people with the eyes. I'm talking about my type of Asian, brown Asian. Anyway, he went that way, and I think he got married to one of those tribal people because he was like, ooh. Yeah, he did that, and he was chilling. He was straight chilling. But his what's his name? His army, they were getting fed up. They were like, no, we've gone too far east. There is nothing more to conquer. We've conquered so much. Haven't you had enough? And Alexander was like, nah, I want more. I want more. I guess that is greed, but can you blame him? He's only 32. Well, I think he was younger than that at the time where his people said, nah, I'm good, bro, I'm good. But anyway, yeah. His comrades, whatever you want to call it, his army men, his people said, nah, we've had enough. We want to go back to Macedonia. So after saying, nah, if you want to leave, you can leave. No, he gave like some long... He yapped on about a long thing. He was like, you know how much I've done for you? This is my business. You know how much I've sacrificed. It's like Green Goblin. Imagine Green Goblin. Imagine that scene of Green Goblin. That's Alexander the Great. But he was crying as well. He cried a lot, but he wasn't no weaky. He wasn't no weaky. If you understand. No, he didn't actually cry. He didn't cry on that. He only cries when his close friend dies. When his yapping, I don't know if he cried. I don't know. I don't. But anyway, he was chilling. I mean, he's not chilling. He's pissed because his army men want to go back home when he still wants to conquer. So basically, he wants to play, but the other people have had enough. They were like, nah, man, I've had enough. I'm finished, man. I'm finished. But he was like, nah, you ain't finished till I say you're finished. But in the end, he was like, all right. I respect your authority. I understand where you're coming from. So he let his people go. Well, he didn't have them hostage, but he was like, okay, chill out. We'll go back to Macedonia. So they went back to Macedonia, where, well, they didn't go back to Macedonia. I'm pretty sure Alexander just stayed in Egypt. I don't know if he went back to Macedonia. I actually don't know. I'm pretty sure, yeah, he stayed in Egypt or Babylon, somewhere there. And one day, his best friend, Mobius, dies. And he goes crying back again, which is understandable, truly understandable, that one. And he's devastated, absolutely devastated. He locks himself in a room again. Oh shit. Again, oh my goodness. Again, oh my goodness. Damn. That horse is absolutely disabled. It has no eyes. Anyway, back to, yeah, he's sad. Everything is bad. It is not looking good. Every little thing is bad. And he's crying, he's pissed, he's angry. Nothing he can do though, because that's just the way it is. Just the way it is. That's the song. I'm on a day, no from my embrace. Just the way. Okay, anyway. Okay, yeah. What happened? Then Alexander died, and everything went trash. After Alexander died, his whole army split up his loot. So he had loot. Imagine. Let me explain. He had a legendary scar 50 times over. Think about it like that, and double it by 2, and double it by 2. He was that rich. He was Jeff Bezos before Jeff Bezos. If you understand, he was rich, and always commanding people were like, ooh, money, here comes the money, dollar, cha-ching. So basically, they took off power. They were like, oh, I will take this power, I will take this post. They became rulers of the land they conquered. That's how basically how it happened. And he made the book, The Library of Alexandria. You ever wonder why so many places are called Alexandria? Alexander the Conqueror. Alexander the Great, I mean. The Great. Yeah, he actually earned his greatness. He fully earned it. Was he a killer? Was he a murderer? Yeah, but back in the day, that was all right. It was all right. It was part of it. That's just how it was back in the day, I'm pretty sure. That's just how it is. Can you blame him? Nah, not really. Would you do the same? I don't know. I don't know if most people would do the same. Most people, they would probably be happy with what they had, because he was born into a wealthy family. I think most people would have been very happy with what they had, but he was clearly not. He wanted more, which is only natural, because he was told he was a god and he couldn't die, but in the end he died. But it is what it is. I read in Marcus Aurelius' book, Alexander's slave and him both ended up in the same position in the end. They're both dead. So I don't know what to tell you. Take of it that you will. Anyway, let's talk about something more 2024. Driving. I'm trying to learn how to drive, but no instructor wants to teach me. What is this? What is this? Well, they don't think I have the skills. It's most likely because of the waiting list, but I think they're doubting me. Can't have that, can you? Nah. So anyway, I've called many driving instructors. They're telling me they haven't. Well, I messaged one driving instructor today. He hasn't messaged back, but we'll see. We'll see what he's saying. We'll see what he's saying. Ooh, let me tell you a quick hack to improve driving if you're trying to learn. So, if you're ever hard, this only works for men. If you're ever hard, just grab your dick and just use it as a gear stick. It is basically a gear stick. It's a natural gear stick. So this is what I do when if I'm randomly just hard. I just imagine you're driving a car. You can even if you're not hard, you can probably just do the motions. But imagine. No, you can. But when you grab your dick, you just. It's better. It's better. So anyway, I can just close my eyes and imagine. You understand? So that's a good practice method if you ever want to use it. I ain't no professional, so take that as you will. I'm learning how to drive. I'm getting better each day. Well, I haven't taken a lesson in a while, but my old instructor, he was all right, but he's always don't change to gear 2 in motorway. I understand. He was. I made him scream, if you can imagine that. But hey, haven't we all? So there you go. There's a little life hack. if you take it as well. It's a little life hack for you, bro. This painting trash. I'll be real. The sketch was trash in the first place, but this painting is trash as well. I just wanted to talk about Alexander the Great, but this painting is absolute garbage, man. I'm just being real though. Yeah. Michael Jackson would be real. Oh, you know a subject I wrote down to talk about bestiality. Now imagine getting touched by this horse. How would these people exist? You're sick if you like horses. But that's just my opinion. But how you even survive? You ain't surviving this. Let's be real. This is a woman horse, so you can probably survive this. But that's not what I'm trying to say. But so to those weirdos out there, are you good? Because that's messed up. Who even thinks of that? Well, I clearly thought of it. But that's not what I'm trying to say. This horse made me think, who's smashing horses? Horses should be smashing other horses. Why are humans getting involved? Why are humans smashing horses? I don't understand. There's some sick people out there. Sickos. But can you blame them? Is it their fault for being sick, or are they sick because of horses? Is it the horse that made them sick, or are they sick of horses? If you understand. If you understand. Yeah, you better understand. Because this is a weird ass topic. I don't even know where I don't know how I even thought of this topic. That's a hey, I want to move on. Let me move on, man. Let me move. I don't want to speak. I have my own free will. What am I talking about? I am free. Anyway. Whew. What music you listening to? That's boring. That's boring music. Who? I guess that is I've actually used that. What music are you listening to? Dead it's an alright conversation. If you listening to Alvin and the Chipmunks, you that's a good conversation. That's a good conversation. Why you listen to Alvin and the Chipmunks? Are you spastic? Maybe I am. You could do that, but most cases people just listen to. I don't know what people listen to. They listen to Post Malone, Drake's a big one. I guess most people. This one lady said she listened to what's it called? Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny, no one's out of Espanol, and I don't know how to do his voice. I don't listen to Bad Bunny. I don't think I do. What do I listen to? Let me tell Michael Jackson, Kanye West. That's the only two main interests, people I listen to. So hey, have some free information. You know what? I think this is good enough for the horses and the other stuff. I'm fed up of this ugly image, man. Simpson Alexander looks absolute trash. It's such a waste of time, 'cause that's what it's all about. Mama is just moving up then I'm moving out. You know, there might be an Alexander out here in real life, or it might be me. Who knows? But what is there to conquer nowadays? You can't really conquer countries because you gotta be in royalty, or you gotta be born into power to like conquer countries. Unless you become Baki. Unless you got like crazy fighting skills. You know, if you actually think about it, if you're the strongest person in the world and you can withstand a bullet and a nuke, you can basically do what you want. You can conquer whatever you want. If you have superpowers, you're basically unbeatable. If you have, imagine Superman was real. He could fully conquer the world. And what could we do? What could you do? Nothing. You just stand there and be like, please, don't do anything to me. You understand what I'm saying, don't you? Hey, what's it? Look at my deep voice. Look at my hey, how you doing? Ha ha ha. That's Clash Royale reference. Should I make this arrows? This gotta be a trash painting, man. Damn, this painting absolutely horrendous. This is the third painting today. Hey, I need to increase my stamina. This just came up to me. Increase my stamina, and to do what? What shall I do? What shall I do? Let me tell you what I will do. I will run up a hill 5 times. Sprint. We running. You know, I used to race after the bus. One time I was this is a dead story. Hey, one time I was I missed the school bus. Well, I missed the bus back to my house. And the bus, I barely missed it. So I ran like a whole mile. And somehow I caught the bus. And guess what happened? I caught the bus and people were like, oh, congratulations. And what did I do next stop? Which was only like 2 minutes away. I got off. Why? I don't know. I spent 20 minutes chasing a bus. Chasing. I put so much effort. People were compelled to clap. They were like, oh, good job, good job, good job. What? That was waste of time, waste of energy. I guess I did run after the bus in year 7. I just chased buses. I don't know why. Maybe it's I think I do know why. I thought it would make me cool, but nah, it just made me sweaty. I sweat way too much. I shouldn't have done that. I sweat way too much. I sweat more than the average person, in my opinion. I've seen the average person sweat. I sweat double. I am the greatest sweater of all time. If that makes sense. Anyway, Alexander the Great looks dead, but he is dead, but in this picture I've done him injustice. I've done injustice among him. So anyway, that shall be it. I have no interest in going further with this abomination. So this horse at least looks alright. The horse looks alright. This is why I don't do facials. This is why I don't do face images. Face paintings. If you liked, subscribe. If you didn't, I can understand. I wouldn't like this as well. Anyway, goodbye. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. Nah. Wait. Whatever. What does that mean? Hey, look. This is what I wanted. This is what I got. Nah! That shall be it. You got nice cheeks. Oh, you got nice eyebrows. Yeah, there's people out there with no eyebrows. My father doesn't have eyebrows. Anyway, goodbye. Adios.